All right, hello guys, this is Joette with ballooncoach.com from Lakeland, Florida, and our wonderful Mindy Neal, who is
Hello.
from Phoenix. And today we are going to give you guys some tips and resources to help you finish a 2017 out strong. Or for those who watch the recording, if you watch this in the future, it's still going to have some good information for you. So let's see who's joining us today and say hello. So we've got Christine from Knoxville, Tennessee. Welcome, Christine. And Tiffany from Houston. Yay. We've got Kent from San Jose, California. Mary from San Antonio, Texas. Awesome. Hey, Mary. Nice to see you. Hey, Jennifer from South Bend, Indiana. And Sue from Highland, Illinois. Yay. Good morning, guys. Great to have you here with us live. So for those of you who might be new, because not everybody has said hello that's on with us, for those of you who are new, as we go through the presentation today, you can type questions in as long as you're not watching this on a telephone. So for those of you who are joining us live, you can actually type questions in if there's products or services that we've been doing and you've got questions about it, or if there's just another random question, we'll see if we can help you out currently live today or if we need to follow up with you later. So I'm glad that you guys are here online. And for those of you who watch this as a replay, ballooncoach.com has a lot of resources for you, and we continue to develop new things for you. So anytime you have a question, start there first, see if you find the answer, and then always feel free to send an email, joette@ballooncoach.com or mindy@balloonbizinabox.com or mindy@ballooncoach.com. Both of those work, correct, Mindy?
Yes, they do.
Yay. So I just want to let you guys know how you can reach out to us and ask questions, because we're always here to help you out. Don't want you to feel like you're stuck. So we're going to go ahead and just dive into things. I want to tell you about some tips and resources for your business, and that Mindy and I are here to be your partners in success. We want you to get connected with us. If you are not already a part, there on Facebook is a closed group called Balloon Coach Community. And the thing with that group, and the reason that I have it closed, is I don't want it to be for our customers. As far as we own a balloon business, we sell balloons, we don't want our customers on that. And some of the groups on Facebook that are out there large, there's a mix of customers and of people who are in business. So I wanted to make sure that we only had people who were in the business or are brand new to the balloon industry to have a forum to ask questions and hang out. And the primary content of Balloon Coach Community is to talk about business. And I do understand from time to time people do have questions about how to make things and how to put things together. But I would like for our primary focus to be about, how do I build a business plan? I'm trying to do something new on social media, not sure if it's going to work. Can you check this out? But it is okay to brag on yourself from time to time, show off some of your balloon work, or ask questions about it. And what I just ask is that if you're putting pictures up maybe of something that you've done, I would love for you to talk about, how did you get that job? Because so many times that's the question I get is, wow, Joette, that job was awesome. How did you find that client? And the more that we each share how we got our jobs, whether it was through a referral, social media, going to a networking event, the more that helps our industry grow, saying, oh, okay, they're going out and networking, I should give that a try because that's how they got that job. So if you are not already a part, please check out Balloon Coach Community Facebook group, and please participate in putting comments there, liking, sharing, that kind of stuff. So my number one question for you today is, do you have a daily, weekly, or monthly schedule for your marketing? Because if people don't know that you exist, they can't buy from you, okay? If people don't know that you exist, they cannot buy from you. And so many times we get complacent and think, oh, I opened a business, or I have a Facebook page, or I have a website. Everybody knows I exist. They can find me online. And that's not the case, because people aren't daily going in as a human being and looking for you unless I need your services. So I want you to make sure that you understand that you've got to make a plan to either daily, weekly, or monthly go and do things actively to market your business. And if you need help with that, then that's what Mindy and I are here for, is we have some great tools that can help you do that. So I'm going to throw out a question, and this is an interactive question. I'd like you to type in your answer. What parts of marketing do you enjoy? You're a business owner. You've been exposed to different things to market your business. What are the things that you tend to enjoy the most about sharing your company with others? Don't be silent. We learn from each other. So let me know, and while you're typing in your answer, I'm going to let you know some of the things that I enjoy the most. One of the parts of marketing that I enjoy is when I am out at a meeting with someone and I'm talking to them about what we do, and I ask them, hey, when you're throwing a party, what do you just dread doing? And sometimes people will say, man, I did balloons one time for a party and I had to go haul the helium tank and it was heavy, and then I dropped it on my toe, and then when I was trying to make the balloons I didn't know how to tie it right and they burst, or I blew them up too big. And they'll tell you sometimes their horror stories of when they've decorated before. They'll say, oh, I went to Party City and I picked up my balloons and they got all tangled in the wind, and then as I went to open up my door they flew out because I didn't know I needed to have them weighted. So a lot of times when I'm talking to people about their events or working with people in a networking environment, I'm able to get them to tell me some of their horror stories from party planning, and then be able to see that sense of relief when I can say, well, here's the great news. You don't have to worry about that anymore. Party People Events is here to help you. Take the stress out of your event planning, and if you're celebrating it, we decorate it, and we take all your stress away. So for me, I enjoy watching people's face go, oh, I'm so thankful that I've met you. So that is one of the things that I enjoy about marketing. So let's see what Tiffany has to say. She says she enjoys talking in person, but not on the phone. That's a great point. Some of us excel when we can read the person's face and see what they've got going on with their body language and interacting in person. That's a great one, Tiffany. Regina says she likes the excitement they get with what you can do with a balloon. Christine says meeting people and showing them what can be done with balloons. Oh, that's great. So I think that our industry is at a really exciting time because of social media. Thanks to social media, people in Australia, like Chris Automo, can put up this amazing sculpture with a huge organic display or clouds for a wedding, and that photo can be passed all around the world, and your client can then say, hey, I would love this beautiful balloon cloud at my event. And so thanks to social media, our consumers are getting things and being able to come to us even with ideas. But even with all that going on, it's still not everyone knows about what we can do with balloons. So it's our job to educate them and help them out. So that's great. This is a great one that Jennifer brought up. I get this all the time. I looked all over and finally found you. She has a website and a Facebook, but she needs to find an easy way for others to find her easily. That's great, Jennifer. Here's the thing. You have a Facebook and you have a website. The key is having a marketing strategy so that people find those resources. So it means you've got to actually make sure that on your website and on your Facebook pages that you're doing the proper things as far as tagging and putting hashtags where you're supposed to put hashtags, to put links where you need to put links, that you go ahead and use key terms and the words that people are going to be needing to look for when you're on your website. So I'll show you a couple of tricks on that too. So now on the flip side, we know about what you like about marketing. What is it that scares you about marketing? What are some things that scare you when it comes to marketing? Oh, good one, Regina. Cold calling. I think that is one of the fears that most people in business have, is cold calling. Any other fears out there, or other things that you don't enjoy about marketing?
I'd like to speak to the cold calling because I will speak on a stage, which I know a lot of people think is a fate worse than death to speak on a stage, but I will do that 100,000 times more than I will pick up a phone and call somebody that I don't know. I don't know why that is, but I'd rather be in front of them. I guess I'm like Tiffany. I'd rather talk to them like kind of face to face than pick up the phone. So
Well, and that's great. And when you said on stage, it reminds me of one resource that many people don't even realize is available, is if you offer your services to be a speaker. Ooh, this could be scary to some of you, but there are so many community organizations like the Rotary Club, business groups, networking groups that all attract members on a monthly or weekly basis to their groups, and they are often looking for a speaker that can do anywhere from a 10-minute to a 30-minute presentation. And one of those presentations can be about creating the perfect celebration, or what to expect, how to find the right vendor for your event. Because over time, you will become the professional in your area about the events industry. So you could put a presentation together about how to hold a stress-free event. Because think about that. Most people who are in a Rotary group or other civic organization at some time have been asked to either put on or be a part of a committee for a fundraising event. So if you could even speak to that about how to find the catering companies, how to make sure that at your event you've got trash cans and trash bags to dispose of the trash, and that you've got volunteers to remove that kind of stuff. So it may sound a little bit far-stretched for some of you who may have a fear of speaking in public, but if you're a person that doesn't mind speaking in public and you would prefer to be on the stage and talk about a subject rather than having to talk about yourself, that now makes you an expert. So something to think about, that you can put together some type of presentation that allows you to be the expert and go to these different groups and talk. And again, it's not a sales pitch about you, but it's about information that you know, things that you need to be aware of when you're blowing up balloons for your event. A lot of nonprofits will go get a helium tank and do it themselves. Wouldn't they love to know that the float time of a balloon is anywhere from 12 to 24 hours, and that if they have a 9-inch balloon, they can't blow it up a day in advance because then their balloons are going to be on the ground? You're helping them to be empowered, and then you're also at the end telling them about what you do so they know, hey, rather than fussing with all that, let's just call the expert and have them take care of that decor piece for us. So Jennifer says, great idea, Joette. Love doing research and helping others. Offering that service and tips will keep my company fresh in their minds, and you'll try it. Awesome. It's stepping outside of the box and not always thinking that you have to be a used car salesman. But if instead you become a resource to your community, more people are going to turn to you as, hey, wow, that was an awesome presentation that Jennifer did, and she gave me some wonderful tips. You know, it was really a hassle last time we tried to do the decorations all of ourselves. Let's just call her instead. Or they may still have to do part of it on their own because they are a nonprofit or they don't have the budget. But when they do get involved in an event that does have the money, they're going to call upon you. So yay, I'm glad that you like that idea, Jennifer. So the other things that people say that scares them is being able to define balloon entertainment from balloon decor and the professional aspect of balloon decor, because it's not just about the balloons. Yes. So that is a topic that you can definitely talk about, is, you know, what are the benefits of hiring a professional entertainer? Somebody who knows a lot about being out in front of people. I'm thinking about going when I go to Twist and Shout and I interact with these amazing entertainers from around the world. And it's not just about twisting the balloon and making a balloon animal. It's about their presentation. It's about, is their costume clean? Do they come dressed like a clown, or do they come dressed as a professional entertainer with a tie and jacket or a dress? And depending on who your client base is, if you're working with a corporation who is at an expo and they're trying to attract people to their booth, probably the professionally dressed entertainer is going to have more of appeal for them than a clown, because it's an adult event and it's not a children's event. Versus if it was somebody who was going to a kids expo and they're trying to get the moms to come over to their booth, then having that clown that attracts the children, entertains the children, while the mom's getting the information from the people at the booth. Two totally different scenarios of who's the proper person for them. So if you're the expert in letting them know, we have wonderful entertainers that will come out and provide a service for you, let us match you with the correct one. That again is setting yourself up as a professional and giving them tips and hints that they're not going to get just from going to a website. So that can be another presentation that can be offered. All right. So yeah, we have several that talked about not enjoying cold calling. So I totally understand. So what I'd like to do is encourage you to work on the areas that scare you daily. Yesterday, I went to a group that's a blogging meeting. We meet once a month here in Lakeland, and it's a group of people who some have wanted to always start a blog and never have. And then there's some of us in the group that we do write blogs. And we talk about what scares you. And if it scares you, then it's probably an important thing for you to work on and just do it. And a lot of times that's easier said than done. But I want to encourage you just to jump out and do it. Balloon Coach would not exist if I went with the scary stuff that was in my brain, which was, I thought in my head, who am I to be the one that steps out to help our industry have new resources? I'm not the top balloon artist in the world. I do not make amazing, phenomenal sculptures. That's not who I am. I'm a person who grew a business with basic balloon decor that was profitable, allowed me to make money, pay my bills, and then grow the company to a point where I was able to sell it and then still be a part of that as a marketing director and grow. So I had to get out of my own head, out of the doubts that, oh, I'm not good enough, or who am I, and say, you know what, I've got a really cool service that I provide, and I have the excitement to be able to reach a lot of people and help them with their businesses. And so I was able to grow Balloon Coach. And back in the day when I was with party people as my full-time life, I was able to walk into a room of people and interact with them as human beings. And the number one key I want to tell you about when you're doing cold calling or when you're meeting with people in person is take the time to listen to the person on the other side. It's about making a personal connection and that you find value in them. If you walk into any of those situations as just being a person who's trying to sell a balloon, you're going to get shut down. They're going to see that. So if instead, when you're making that cold call or when you're meeting someone new at an event, you want to find out about them. What do they do? Something about their kids or something about their job that they love. And then the conversation can open up when they say, so what do you do? Have some good things prepared. Like yesterday I said, if you celebrate it, we decorate it. And everybody said, wow, Joette, that is a great line. We now know that anytime we're having a celebration, we need to contact you. And it was by having just something simple and sweet and not having to go on and on about all the services that we offer, but something that made it really clear to them that if they're having an event, we're going to decorate it. So I just encourage you to make sure that when you go out and talk to people, and yes, you can use that tagline. That's why I'm sharing it. You're not in the same meetings with me. So yes, please, please, please use that. If you celebrate it, we decorate it. because it just makes it totally wide open that it's any event, because these days balloons can be used from weddings to funerals and anything in between. So, you know, birth to funerals, all of it, there's always an opportunity for balloons to be used. So yeah, definitely use that. All right, so if you have a piece of paper and a pen, I want you to write down right now the things that scare you about marketing. And then we will be able to put something next to it that you can use to help overcome that, okay? So make sure that you identify for yourself what scares you, and then write down, do something that scares me daily. Work on that. Because yesterday that was like the #1 theme of our meeting is the person who was leading the group talked about how she was worried to put her thoughts down into social media and into a blog. But after she did it, she's now influencing so many people in our community and throughout the U.S. with the wonderful thoughts that she's putting into a blog. So I would encourage you to do that. So we're going to move on to social media because that is where our businesses are booming. I'd like to know what social media channels do you currently have for your business? Go ahead and list those for me. Ooh, this is a good one. Social media is not a fear, but I do overthink it and burn too much time on it. Oh, great, great point. All right, so we've got somebody that's on Facebook and LinkedIn. All right, this is a great one. Not understanding what the hashtag on Instagram or any other other than Facebook. Okay, cool. All right, so here's the thing. I'm seeing one person that has a lot of stuff, and here's another one. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, website, and mostly works on their website, plus LinkedIn. Here's the thing. It is really tough to do it all, okay? It is really tough to do it all. It is best for you to pick one and do it really, really well than have 4 and not use them. So I'm not saying get rid of the other ones, but what I am suggesting is you want to make sure that you pinpoint what's the one that's going to be your stellar thing. What are you going to do the best on? And then what time you're going to put on the others. Because for those of you who have listed 5 different ways that you're doing it, do you personally have time to do all of that? And hey, Mindy, would you be able to pop in real quick and mention what it is that you usually use to help in posting to multiple platforms?
Absolutely. I use Buffer. There are several ones that you can use. I'm sure you've heard of them, Hootsuite, there's Meet Edgar. I've been using Buffer for years, and what I love about it is I can use a Chrome extension where I can right-click on something that I've seen on Pinterest and I can schedule it. Usually that's more of my innocuous kind of, hey, I found this great quote and I'm going to share it with my audience to just kind of fill space. And I can schedule things ahead of time, but I can simultaneously and schedule posts on Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Facebook. I can get a notification to push things on Instagram. So that allows me to actually make a grid of particular posts that I want to be planning out. And then I can fill in the holes with other conversation and I can pop in. You can also schedule things on the Facebook platform itself. In the I'm speaking a foreign language, so this is all about scheduling your posts.
Well, and I think the thing is that when you go on to Buffer or any other platform where you're being able to do multiple things, I think you may have lost them when you talked about right click.
Oh, got it. I think because I was teaching yesterday too. So let me go back. Can I share my screen? I can
let me do that.
for them.
I'm going to change it to you.
Okay. and I'll just show them what my buffer looks like. Okay, can you guys see this? This is my buffer scheduler. Um,
So
so,
just a second, Minnie, let's make sure. Guys, are you seeing Mindy's page right now?
okay, cool, awesome.
Great. I just want to make sure you guys didn't let
Yes,
me tweak
it is paid. I have a bigger one because I manage a lot of different Facebook and other social media accounts, but I pay $99 a year for this, and it sits there and it's awesome. But what I can do, if I know I'm going to schedule something, we'll go on here. I can actually just type in what I want to post. So I'm posting because I like to post. I can add a picture with it. So I've been doing posting other media. So here we'll do this guy. He's making a wish, and I will open that. But I can also put it on my Twitter. I can also put it in a Facebook group. I can also put it in Pinterest. So I don't have any Pinterest accounts connected right now. And then all I have to do is add it to my queue, because I have a regular schedule already set up so that I will do these posts Monday through Friday, and I can make each account different. So if I look at my Twitter, I have a different schedule for my Twitter, whereas I have different schedules. So that would line up the queue. But I can also just go, I want to schedule this on a particular day, or I want to post it right now. And then I can look at anything that I have posted to see what my reach is, and any reactions to it. So if I go back in time, because I could go back 3 years or so because I've been using this that long, I can go ahead and repost something very quickly that was a top performer, or maybe it was a holiday post from last year, so all I have to do is find it and just repost it because it was a good one from last year, and schedule it that way. So this saves me a lot of time, because I could sit here for just an hour or two and map out some of my evergreen content. I can map out particular schedules, so I don't have to be connected to my social platforms all the time. The one word of caution is, when you're posting these things, you do want to be available for the reactions and for the comments and for the likes, because you are looking to strike up a conversation and not just post things, because you want to have interaction. So you can kind of keep an eye on how things are doing. But this one by far is the easiest. I haven't looked to see what other things they have, but so if I go to add a social account, these are all the different things I can add here.
Cool. So that was the question, was how many different platforms does it host?
So on my account, I can post up to 10 accounts at the same time. And I can do Twitter, a Facebook profile, which is your friend page, that's your personal page, a Facebook page, a Facebook group, a LinkedIn profile, a LinkedIn page, a Google profile, a Google page, Pinterest, and Instagram. So this by far reaches the most robust level of different social media platforms.
And one
Go
thing I
ahead.
wanted to ask you about, or at least this is something that I've been told from other trainings I've been to, is that the one thing you don't want to do is to put the exact same content out on all those platforms at once. Is that correct?
No, that's not true. That's totally okay. But what you have to understand is that not everybody is on all the platforms at the same time. So I may just follow you on Facebook, but I may never see your Twitter or your Instagram. So I don't care if you post the same thing on all of them, because I'm only going to see the one. What might actually be better, like all the celebrities post on everything, and I'm happy to see the same thing on all of their channels at the same time, or they tend to stagger it. People will get to your post when they get over to that channel. So you may actually have to post something multiple times on multiple channels in order for your complete audience to see them, because they may not be following you on all channels. Does that make sense? So if I was to put out a blog today, so this is my Green Thursday blog, I'm going to want to alert all of my channels right now, because that's the timely, hey, I've got this blog that came out. Tomorrow, I may do a subsequent Facebook post that says, hey, I put a blog out, might be slightly different. The next day, I might put out a Twitter, hey, I put a blog out. The next day, I might put Pinterest, hey, I put a blog out. And I might take pieces of that and tend to stagger it out amongst all of my channels until I feel that I've alerted everybody to the fact that it's out there. And don't forget about your email. Email them that you put a blog out. Add another tip about 2 days later. Hey, here's a really cool quote from the blog that I put out a couple of days ago. Go check it out. Then you can look at your stats and go, okay, what channel is giving me the best exposure? And going back to what Joette said earlier about being on multiple social, it's not about being everywhere. It's about being 100% where you are. So don't feel like you have to be everywhere. Pick the one that you're good at and it's easy for you to manage, but also where your audience is. So and more than likely that's going to be Facebook, because that's a broader audience of people. And then you can put your toe into the Instagram water.
Yeah, Instagram is honestly, in our industry, you're the next one that you really want to be in, because
Yes.
it is totally photos, and it is where a lot of the millennials who are now in jobs who are buying balloons are at. So the Facebook platform allows you to have great interaction, and I have people that 3 years later, I no longer own the company, I'm the marketing director. I still have people who Facebook message me, hey Joette, we're having an event, we need you to come get set this up for us, and then I send that over to our office manager to take care of. So Facebook allows that personal connectivity where people are really interacting with you, and they're seeing what's going on in your life, they're seeing what's going on with your business, and they stay connected and communicate with you. But for like new people finding you, I find that Instagram is really working great for most of the people in the balloon industry, because it is so photo related and it allows you to do the hashtags, and the hashtags are how people are finding people.
Right.
And
The hashtags in Instagram, and we'll just stick to Instagram, but it works the same in Twitter as well. It's an index. So it's like this search index. For you as an owner, you could start up a couple of key hashtags that you want to watch to see if people are responding, and for you to quickly look up information, questions that people have. So if you're going to do a quick little video, let's say it's a little Instagram live, and you say, hey, I'm answering questions for the next hour, hashtag Mindy QA, so that I can find your questions. And then I can be watching that hashtag to look at all the questions that are coming up. You can also, like when we did the Pride parades, we created some specific hashtags so people could find all of our pictures, and then we would start putting that out, go, hey, if you want to find all of our pictures, hashtag Chicago Pride. Well, other people are using that hashtag too, so they could see pictures that were globally posted using that particular hashtag. So it's just a method to find you. Facebook does not use the hashtag search, so you don't have to worry about learning that in Facebook. So that's your tip.
Cool. And yeah, and the main thing with hashtagging is when you're using the hashtags, it's a way for people to find you. So you want to think about, if somebody is looking for a balloon in your city, what word are they going to use? Balloon or balloon arch or balloon column, whatever it is, the item that you make, you are going to use that. The question was, so hashtagging on Facebook doesn't work.
There's not an index on Facebook that uses the hashtag. So when you're seeing that in posts from people, a lot of times they're connected, their Instagram or their Twitter is automatically posting to Facebook. So if you see a Facebook post with tons of hashtags, likely that is their Instagram post that's just being populated on Facebook. But you won't click it and see the whole index of stuff going on. I can give you a good example. Let's just go to Twitter. Hopefully I'm logged in. Oops. Because this will give you a good example of what's going on, what's relevant, and people just invent stuff. I have to log in. Hold on. Let me log in.
I am able to search, though, if I'm on Facebook, am I able to go ahead and just put hashtag Balloon Orlando, and then things will pop up through that on Facebook?
Let me...
Okay, because I think I have done that before.
Okay. It's probably just the Balloon Orlando part and not the hashtag.
Right.
Sorry, I've changed my password 5,000 times.
The other thing, talking about hashtags while she's looking that up, is you can use the hashtag, like if you're wanting to do a promotion and you're wanting more people to have photos of your balloons, like at an event. Let's say you're doing a big community festival and there's a photo frame you want them to take a picture of. You can do the hashtag in your company name, and then you're able to have this contest where you can then go back on Instagram and put hashtag whatever it was you told them to hashtag and be able to find who actually put those posts up, so you can then award a prize to one of those people for interacting with you. And it's a way to get your company name out, so hashtag Party People Events. And then that way people are now knowing that we did that photo frame at that event in downtown Orlando. They need to hire us in the future, and we can give a prize to one of the people who was there and participated in that. So that's another way to use a hashtag to help you in marketing or in a plan when you're doing a community event.
Yeah. So here on Twitter, and Instagram works the same way, you can put in your hashtag, but then it will give you the top hashtags of the day. This might be another good way to come up with somewhat relevant content, to go, oh, it's Thursday Thoughts, and we all know that there's a Throwback Thursday. So if you're going to participate that and just kind of, wiggle your way into the social sphere, into what's relevant there, what could you come up with that might be relevant just to get people out there. So if today there are 45,000 tweets about Thursday Thoughts, and you can click on that and you can look them all up. Whoever's hashtagged the Thursday Thoughts relevant to that. Instagram will work the same way. Again, I'm not sure if I'm logged in. And then we can take a look at Facebook. Oh, so this is like my new one. Okay, so I don't have followers because I haven't done anything with it yet. So I could go hashtag Marvel. So I can see all the posts that have been around Marvel anywhere on Instagram. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so then if I go to Facebook, if I go hashtag Marvel, it's not a hashtag searchable thing, so all it's looking at is Marvel. It's not looking for, Facebook is not indexed the same way as Twitter and Instagram. Those are unique to those particular platforms.
Yay, so great example. Thank you, Mindy.
Yeah, so if I go Balloon Orlando, you don't need the hashtag. It's not going to come up. It's just actually looking for the keywords, and then you can find all the posts, the people, the pages, videos, anything that have used that keyword. So Facebook is a little bit more like your website. In Twitter and then Instagram actually use the hashtags. So I hope that makes a little more sense.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and
Thank
Jennifer says she's still overwhelmed, but yeah, I get it. It takes about 5,000 times of hearing this information before you're like, oh, light bulb, I get it now.
Yay. Thank you, Mindy.
You're welcome.
All right, while you're on Facebook, why don't you go ahead and show them? I want them to see Balloon Coach Community
Okay.
and then Balloon Biz in a Box. So if you don't mind just showing them
I
that real quick while you're still
do
on.
not mind at all.
For those of
So,
you who don't know, a couple weeks ago, Mindy and I announced Balloon Biz in a Box and the content done for you program that we have set up. And we're kind of facilitating it on a secondary page just so that it doesn't get so confusing and overwhelming for people because Balloon Coach offers so many resources. So what, so I'm going to let you know about both, but Balloon Coach Community, that's what it's called, is a closed group. All you have to do is go and ask to join it if you're not already in it. And then I'll go and approve it. It's going to ask you 3 quick questions. Just answer those, and then I'll approve you and put you in the group. But it's a way for us to have conversations with each other and for us to help increase on the business side of things. So then there's Balloon Biz in a Box.
and I chatted the link over in the chat area, which is below the questions on the right-hand side of your GoToWebinar tool thing. And I will chat this one over as well.
Awesome. And now Balloon Biz in a Box is a page. So all you have
Yes.
to do is go on there and like it and follow it, and you'll see what's going on with that.
Although I
And
did start a group, I have one member, Lorena, and me and Joette. But so I haven't decided the direction of that, but it'll probably be more for the people who have paid for the extra content and the way the way it's evolving, and I love how it's evolving actually. A couple of weeks ago, if you didn't know, I did some Facebook Live webinars. The replays are available here, where we talked about some of the marketing templates that are available right now and some marketing strategy, you know, trying to get the strategy on paper, kind of like what we've been talking about already today and what that looks like. So we do have that available. And then yesterday I had a follow-up class for the people who did purchase. Tiffany and her assistant Amanda joined us on that. So the intention is to provide you the materials, but not just to go, here are your templates and leave you alone, but here are your templates, and let's see how we can use them, and we'll help you to use them best. I really want this to be interactive. So, you know, follow this. We'll have more stuff. I really enjoyed the Facebook Live. That was pretty fun.
And what I want to interject is somebody had asked, you know, when they post a picture on Facebook, they always have a problem with wording their post, what they should say that makes it look and sound professional. And that's one of the reasons that we're now doing these content packages, is that we find that that's one of the #1 things that people struggle with, is what content to put out there, what to say, how to word things correctly. And Mindy is an amazing wordsmith.
Oh,
She's
thanks.
one of those people that I can give her an idea and say, okay, here's my email, what I want to send out, please make it better. To go in and change wording and things like that. And again, with promotions, the same kind of thing. She has a background and a knowledge and a great skill of being able to do that. So what we're doing over time is creating content for you that will be value-added content for your clients that you can purchase and put those templates to use and just basically have to copy and paste the emails, the wording that you can then use in social media and in your website to help you promote your business. So I wanted you to know that this content is here and available for you. So go like Balloon Biz in a Box, and the links are there to be able to see what those current resources are, and those will continue to grow and increase to help you out.
Yeah, and I did put the link to this page, which is our initial launch page. It's also in the chat if you didn't know about this and you're not involved, but it just kind of runs through all of that information and then how to purchase this. So this first round of templates is the New Year's Eve. So it's all about getting booked for New Year's Eve. And we're working on the future seasonal packages like Valentine's Day, prom, homecoming, things like that, as well as basic templates like somebody just inquired about hiring me, or thank you for your message, let me get back to you, stuff like that that can tend to tug at you in an annoying way like a toddler pulling on your pant leg, something you have to get out but you're like, I don't have anything creative to say. So I'm working on putting all of that together so that it's the other challenge for me is putting together in a deliverable way so that it's useful to as many people as possible in whatever platforms they're using. So we are working on that. But we also welcome any ideas that you have, any struggles that you're having, because we might not be able to think of everything. We're not in your shoes. We don't know what you're having trouble writing or coming up with. So feel free to email those, put them on Facebook, let me know, and be happy to work on that for you.
All right, and this is a great question about paying for the services. Each template or packet is a separate price. So for the New Year's guide, it's one price, and then there's also another guide that's just talking about how to create your client magnets and
Yes.
how to do a calendar system and how to put everything together. So they're two separate things that you can buy separately, or you can have it where you buy both together and save 30 bucks. And
Yep.
then each time we come out with a template or a packet, you'll be able to purchase those individually. So you only purchase the ones for the marketing that you want to do. The cool thing with the New Year's one, and with all the ones that we'll do in the future too, is that it comes with multiple ways to use the product, so that you can use those images, you can use those words, and you can just cut and paste and use them exactly as you want, or you can adapt it and it's in a format that you can personalize it more and make it your own. So it gives you a lot of flexibility. I love the trouble writing all of it. And believe me, I understand, because we're so busy. When you own a balloon business, you are wearing so many hats. It's difficult sometimes at the end of the night. It's midnight. You finally have sat down for the first time of the day, and then to come up with something creative is tough. So one thing that I here, take my money. I love it. Oh, you guys are great. Yeah, and honestly, guys, that's why Balloon Coach was created. I did this from 2003. I'm still currently in the business with doing the marketing and having to pick up the phone and approach new people. And I understand it's tough for all this. So that's why I'm so glad that Mindy's on board to help us with these resources and to put her spin on things and her knowledge in sales and writing content to help us out. So, yay, I'm glad you guys like the content and that it's available for you. And when you have questions about it, email us, let us know your ideas. Mindy for president, great.
Thanks. I'm not sure I want that job. Let's create a new title for that.
So I wanted you guys to know that these resources are available. Just click on them, email us, ask questions if you have them, but I want you to take advantage of these things. Is there anything else you want to show before I take back the presentation?
Nothing I need to show. I will stop sharing my screen, but I have in my head to do let's see, did I unclick that? Okay, I have it in my head to do a Facebook boot camp sort of thing. So because I have a couple of people who are like, I need to hire you to build my Facebook page, business page, and I'm like, that's actually something you have to do. Otherwise, I own your page, and I don't want to own your page. But I thought it might be fun for us to do that together as a group, kind of an interactive thing, where we might have two parts. Some people might already have their page going, but need help with advertising or boosting or coming up with posts. So I thought we could do a group effort where we each have our computers and we're working on that stuff together, and you can share your screen and go, hey, what do you think of this? And it would be just kind of this one day, couple of hour affair. So if you're interested in that, send me an email, send me a message on Facebook, and I will put together the specs. I know next week is Thanksgiving, so it might be the week after or before Christmas, and we might do it a few times a year too. So if
And the
you...
answer is yes. That's what we were saying. So just a technical question, guys. Are you currently seeing a slide that says social media checklist? And is that the only thing you're seeing, or are you seeing two slides?
No, just that slide
All
for
right,
me.
cool.
Yeah.
When we switch back over, some things get booted off. So I want to go ahead and give you a couple of more points real quick and show you one other tour. So the thing that I want to make sure that you know with social media checklist is that you need to make sure you have a personal Facebook page that's you, your name, your real name. And that off of that, you have a business page. I have so many people who ask to join Balloon Coach Community or ask to friend me. And when they do that, their name is Bob's Balloon Shop, and it's a personal page and not a business page. So just something to make sure that you check on is please make sure that your personal page is a personal page and that you set up a business page. And the difference is a personal page has friends and a business page has likes. So just make sure you check that for yourself. And then the way you tie things together of using the Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Google Plus is number one, like we talked about. Pick one and do it great. Or get something like Buffer that allows you to post in multiple places. You can do it at different times or same times, but that you're not wasting the time of going in and logging into all of those platforms. So use your time wisely. And creating content. The whole reason that we're doing the Balloon Biz in a Box is to help you give value to your customers. If you're out there and you're always being a used car salesman and giving a pitch to buy your balloons, that's not always enjoyable for the reader. So to have more people follow you on social media and interact with your content, yes, our balloons are beautiful and people want to see those pictures, but every once in a while mingle it up, and like for the New Year's Eve, we have recipes and tips on putting together an amazing party. Those things show value to your customers that you're wanting to help them have a special event. And then throughout that message in that book, it's trickled in about balloons. So giving value to your clients, you can easily get content from us, or you can find other content online, like when you see a cool recipe or when you see a cute photo of something somebody's made. Post those kind of things and those tips that's not just about buying your services. All right.
I also chatted over the replays from the Facebook Live things that I did last week that are on Balloon Coach. There's another button on that Balloon Coach page where I have a resource guide of extra tools that might be helpful. They have the links, so you don't have to go searching the internet for some of the things that we use.
Awesome. So guys, what she's telling you is right there at the on your website is, oops, you're going to see all my stuff. All right, I'm coming over to Facebook because I want to show you guys something, because I've gotten this question on our chat. And it was asking about what do I think about profile pictures. And I'm so glad you asked, because this is one of my biggest pet peeves. Are you guys currently seeing my Facebook page?
Yes.
All right, great. I have two monitors, so things sometimes get messed up. If you look at my page, I have a picture that does both. It shows you me and it shows you my business at the same time. So it's a picture of my family all wearing Balloon Coach shirts with the background of Balloon Coach from the Promotions and Profits event that we did in Orlando. When I don't have this one up, I have a headshot that is a picture of me, and then it has our logo. So let me see if I can go ahead and change that for you, just so that you see it. So update the picture. And I'm seeing if it has my old one up here or not. But you can see some of the ones that I've used in the past, you know, are pictures of me, and then like with me in the hot air balloon. So you want to, I always encourage people on your personal profile, I want that to connect me with you. I want to see who you are. Who am I doing business with? And that's why when you go to networking groups and people exchange, they want to know who you are as a person, not just who your business is. So I encourage you to make this a picture of you, you and your family, you and your dog, you in a balloon, whatever you like, and then you can always put your logo in a small circle underneath it, but make your personal page about you so people see who you're at. Now, another thing, and we'll talk about it more later, is when you go to about, I know that these are balloon coach and all of those things. So I can go right on it. If I did it right, I'm in the wrong place. Sorry, guys.
It work in education on the left, if that's where you're trying to go. See underneath overview on the left under your about, go work in education. There you go.
Yeah. So it links directly to our Party People events page and to Balloon Coach. So both of those take us right to our page, and that's something that you all need to check, and something that Mindy can help you out when we do our next Facebook thing is sometimes people, when you click on that, it's taking you to a little blue suitcase and not to your page. And then on the business page, because Balloon Coach kind of is me, I have my headshot with the logo. But with it being a balloon business, you know, this can be a really nice arrangement of your balloons, or it can be your logo of your company. And like you can see that in the last one is when we go to Party People events, that is our logo. It's our logo with our phone number and our email. There's no question of how to contact us and what to do. And then changing this cover from time to time to be something nice and showy. We put this up there. It was a 30th birthday, but it has the champagne bottles and the champagne going out because it's getting time for New Year's. We want people to purchase that from us for New Year's. And yes, Regina, you did see a video as a cover.
Yes, you can put videos up on there. I think they have to be under 20 seconds, but very, very easy to do videos, and they can loop. So I have a few videos on some Facebook pages.
Yay! So that is your little tour of just some tips on Facebook of really making sure that you're in the right place and that things are set up correctly. And then the last thing I want to do is go over to ballooncoach.com because we continue to evolve. We continue to add new things, and I want to make sure you all know about them. We have a blog. The blog has amazing content about networking, about sales, tips about getting over your fears. So click on it and read it and enjoy it. Downloadables, I'm really excited, is that we're expanding what we have. We did these great dancing flamingos, and we did the Linkaloon, the linking neck that worked out great. That was a hit, and people started asking for it. So for just $25, you get Jonathan's design on that. Gary Ledbetter did the thing on the 48-foot arch, and he goes from a 25-foot up. All you have to do is click on it, and that is actually a replay of a webinar, plus a ton of extra videos and pictures and downloads of directions on how to make arches. So if you struggle with how to make frames from indoors and outdoors, it's all covered right there. The hot air balloon I made, and now Eddie Halen has 3 things of the round arch, which would be a really cool wreath for Christmas time, the dog, and then how to make a triangle frame that's disposable. So if you're having to make a lot of frames for an event and you don't want to have to lug around super heavy base plates, this is a way to do it. I also have a getting started guide there. Diana's indoor venue sheet is there, and then the Chase foils, how I do the outdoor balloons for Chase, how this is an expandable frame, and how we do the stakes for outdoors. So all of those downloads are there, and you're going to continue to see more and more tips come there. Wanted to let you know that it exists. The next thing I'm so excited about is next year at this time, we are going to be at Disney Springs and having an amazing week. The event is actually November 13th through the 16th, but there's a bonus day on November 12th. And BalloonCoach.com presents Disney Institute. This has been a dream of mine for many years, to be able to go behind the scenes at Disney and find out the business behind the magic. And what this is, it's a tour that takes us to the Walt Disney Resort, and we get to go to the places that only cast members typically see. And I want you to join us and have a great time. So I wanted to let you know that this is going to be an amazing experience, and that we have 3 payment plans that are available. You can pay it all in full now and get it all taken care of. You can pay it for 3 months, which means you pay today, and then a month from today, and that happens 2 more times. Or you can do 6 months, pay today, and then the same date that you started your payments with will happen for the next 5 months. So there are only 75 spots available for this retreat. We are going to be at a beautiful hotel in Disney Springs, and that information will be released by the 20th. I have to wait to put up their website for that until it's the end of our stay. And the registration for just the retreat only is $5.99. If you want to join us for the bonus day to do the Disney Institute experience behind the scenes, it's $8.99. So I wanted to let you know that these are available, and the reason that you want to go ahead and reserve your spot now is there is an early bird bonus that when you reserve your spot by November 30th, you'll get free tickets to both of our Profits and Promotion online workshops that are going to be happening in January and June. Both of those are 4-day experiences. They will be recorded, so if you're not on live, you're going to be able to listen to the content later on. And that's a $598 value to have both of those online workshops that are going to help you kick off in January and then keep you boosted for the summer in June. So I wanted to let you know, if you want to take advantage of that $598 value with the early bird bonus, you're going to want to register by the end of the month. And I said there were 75 spots. There's actually only 72 spots left yet, because we've already had 3 people sign up. So I am delighted to be able to offer these services to you guys. And when you have more questions, yay, oh, I want to go, awesome. I want you to know that we're here to help support you and help you grow your business. If you need just some one-on-one help, I offer coaching, which allows you and I time to talk and hang out. Mindy has many packages to help people with their websites and with their online support system and with Infusionsoft. So when you need help to grow, email us, Joette or Mindy, at BalloonCoach.com, and we will help create the content you need and provide the support services. Go out every day and do something that scares you with your business, whether that's a social media post, whether it's going out and marketing with your other people in your area. But this is the busiest time of the year, November through the end of through the end of December, New Year's Eve, Christmas parties, holiday parties, people saying thank you to people right now. Be creative and figure out ways to get out there and say thank you to people with your balloons, so then they will buy from you for Christmas. Think of all the people who are holding a New Year's Eve event and let them know what you do. You have to pick up the phone. You have to go out in person, or you've got to put a lot of stuff on social media for them to know you exist. So take that extra step. Don't hide behind your computer, and get out there and meet the people in your area that are other event professionals, caterers, the venues that people hold their parties at, any company that has a holiday party. Go out and introduce yourself. If they've already made plans for this year, that's okay. Get back with them next year. Put them on your target list, but go out now while it's the time of year that people need your services, and introduce yourself. All right, guys, we've been on for over an hour, so we're going to go ahead and head off. But I want to say thank you for taking time out of your day to come in and get some tips. Hopefully you're a little more energized to get out there with your content. And if you struggle with what to say, one of the things that I always do when I'm writing something is I'll go on to my online thesaurus. I can't say that right, thesaurus, and I will look up other words that creatively say the word that I'm trying to describe, just to give me some extra creativeness and posting things. Or I look online and see what is being posted by other industries about the holiday season and read some of their content. It's a great way to get inspired. So, yay, I'm glad that you guys enjoyed today and have an amazing afternoon. I can't wait to connect with you more on Balloon Coach Community and hear how you take what you've learned and put it into action. Have a
Bye.
great day. Bye.